Good morning, Zio here, and today we're going to be talking about Take-Two, and what they have done to a smaller company. Gosh, anyway, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so now. And with all that, let's just get into it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's things like this that really make me hate big businesses like Take-Two Interactive or EA. Gosh, this is so much crap on so many different levels. I don't know what else to tell you. TLDR. You've got Star Theory Games. Star Theory Games was contracted to do a thing for Take-Two. Take-Two was going to apparently, were in talks to buy out Star Theory Games. Those talks fell through. Take-Two essentially pulled the project and then poached all the employees that they could from Star Theory, and Star Theory went out of business. Yeah, that's the short version. So let's get into this, shall we? But one Friday evening last December, employees of game designer Star Theory Games each received the same unusual recruitment message over LinkedIn. It struck bizarre for two reasons, and gosh, I wish this thing would go away. Anyway, anyway, one, it came from an executive producer at the publishing company funding their next video game. Two, it said the game in the works for the previous 2 years was being pulled from the studio. And it didn't come through a company email or something. It came through a message through LinkedIn, and that is just scummy already. But there was an incredible, difficult decision for us to make, but it became necessary when we felt business circumstances might compromise the development. Wait a second, I feel like I missed something here. Oh, Take-Two said the game in the works for the previous 2 years was being pulled from the studio. Anyway, this was an incredible okay, gosh, I just got my coffee, right? So I've still not been fully caffeinated from yesterday's video. I'm so sorry. I read over this last night. Anyway, but we got Michael Cook, an executive producer at a private division publishing label within Take-Two Interactive Software Inc., wrote this message. This was an incredible, difficult decision for us to make. I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'm gonna sarcasm turned up to 11, I'm sure. But anyway, but it became necessary when we felt business circumstances might compromise the development, execution, and integrity of the game. To that end, we encourage you to apply for a position with us, and I will be right back. I do apologize. My youngest decided to do something they weren't supposed to and hurt themselves because he's reckless and he has my grace. Not a good combination. Anyway, but we were reading this quote, weren't we? To that end, we encourage you to apply for a position with us. Who? So anyway, normally an announcement like this would be delivered in a company-wide meeting or an email from Star Theory's leadership team. Yeah, like seriously, if they went scummy on so many levels. Not only did they not allow their people to actually tell their people what was going on, right? They went above them, sent them a message on LinkedIn, and said, hey, by the way, we're effing you over. So here, apply with us, and we've got you covered. God, Take-Two, I hate you even more. Hate you even more than normal. Take-Two is so scummy. Anyway, yeah, the contract with Take-Two was the studio's only source of revenue at the time. Without it, the independent studio was in serious trouble, and I bet Take-Two knew exactly what they were doing, right? They contracted them to handle this game, and then decided that when things weren't going the way Take-Two wanted it to, was like, you know what? We got an idea. Let's just cancel that contract, cancel the game, and then we can go ahead and say, hey, apply with us. We'll take care of you. And chances are they got an even worse deal than whatever they were having beforehand. Because I bet whatever deal they had with their current employer at the time was probably pretty decent, something they enjoyed, and Take-Two was offering something less than stellar, and they were like, yeah, no, we're good just producing as an independent studio for y'all instead. And Take-Two was like, fair enough, but we're pulling our game from you. Just for them to crumble like that. Anyway, the LinkedIn message went on to say that Take-Two was setting up a new studio to keep working on the same game Star Theory had been developing on, you don't say. A sequel to the cult classic Kerbal Space Program. Take-Two was looking to hire all of Star Theory's development staff to make that happen. We're offering a compensation package that includes a cash sign-on bonus and an excellent salary and bonus eligibility and other benefits. Sure it does. Sure it does. That's why they didn't want to, sell to you to begin with, I guess. Anyway, Star Theory founders Bob Berry and Jonathan Maver convened an all-hands meeting. The two men had been discussions about selling their company to Take-Two, but were dissatisfied with the terms, they explained. The game's cancellation was a shock, but the founders assured staff that Star Theory still had money in the bank and could try to sign other deals, which they were unable to get. But the next few weeks were chaos, employees said. Take-Two hired more than a third of Star Theory's staff, including the studio heads and creative director. By March, as the pandemic choked the global economy, any hopes of saving the business appeared to be lost, and Star Theory closed its doors. That's just... I hate it when crap like that happens. This is just BS on so many levels. Even by cutthroat standards of the video game business, Take-Two's tactics were extreme. The company behind the Grand Theft Auto franchise is one of America's largest publishers, with a market value of $15 billion. The stock is up 10% this year and trading near an all-time high thanks to increased demand from people staying at home, blah, blah, blah. Nobody really gives a damn, and they need to just rot. Just saying. They need to rot. But yeah, essentially that's what happened. So, yeah. Star Theory Games was working on a second Kerbal Space Program game for Take-Two. Was in talks with acquiring the studio, and when the talks fell through, decided that they were going to pull their project all together and then poach a majority of the development team, because at that point they had no choice. Their ship was sinking, a pandemic was upon us, they had no way to get anything else. And it's just, I hate it when things like that happen. Seriously, I want to talk at some point about stuff like this here, because I hate it when this crap happens. Like with EA's killing of multiple studios throughout history. This is an insightful thing to look through, and I want to go through it at some point. But yeah, I guess that's all I got to say. Another small studio bit the dust earlier this month. And why? Because Take-Two decided they just want to poach their staff. And they made it happen. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.